Well, the community of Riverlea, this is here in Johannesburg, have been terrorized by zamas for years. They say officials promised to close the abandoned mines in their area. This was a year ago, but this has not happened yet. Newzroom Afrika's Zola Sholwana reports.
Abandoned mines across the Gauteng province has caused a lot of trouble for many communities, and Riverlea is one of those communities where residents feel threatened by these illegal miners that have actually taken over land with a lot of activity that we understand is happening in these particular abandoned mines. This is one of the mines that we have seen here, where we understand that there's a lot of activity that happens here on a daily, and we are joined by one of the residents who is part of the Riverlea mining forums to really tell us about what usually happens here and also how does this affect the community. So thank you very much for your time. What usually happens here on a daily basis?
This is we're talking about we east of Johannesburg. So this is the town called Riverlea. And as you can see around us here, some of the residents ready to assist us here to close this shaft that has recently been opened by illegal miners. Okay, so illegal mining is one of the biggest challenges we do have, and in our communities, not just our community, in our communities. The specific shaft that we are standing here now has been closed for many years. Okay, as you can see, the shaft has been tampered with, and eventually they managed to get in. Right, this hole the size is about almost a meter squared, and you can see the thickness of this concrete, and you can see the steel bars. So this already tells you these guys mean business.
How do they terrorize your community, understanding that there are children that live right close to this abandoned mine?
Okay, first of all, there are no signage around this area stating that you are trespassing or telling you that you are in a toxic zone or telling you that the area is contaminated with harmful chemicals. So what happens is, as you can see for yourself, there's no signage, there's no nothing. So the danger for us here is school holidays come, you know, children would come here and play on a daily basis, right? This shaft, if you light it up, it has a downslope of about 500 to 600 meters down. If a child slips down, then there's no coming up for him. Okay? Zamas enter this place via ropes and whatever they can use to cling on until they get to the first tunnel.
Okay. Lastly, sir, you spoke that you have engaged with relevant authorities about this crisis that you're facing as a community. What has been said? Because this is something that, you know, has been terrorizing the Riverlea community for quite some time.
Part of our engagement recently was Department of Mineral Resources and Energy. Okay, we engaged them regarding mine closure, which has happened, which they call capping. There is, according to me, there's no such thing as capping. Okay, it's a nickname they gave for something else that they do, right? We have engaged DRD regarding the specific problem that we are having now today. DRD has referred us to Mintech. Okay, this is totally Mintech's responsibility. Okay, Mintech has told us that they can only come back in February to close this hole off. But now it's November, it's December, January, February. Now what is going to happen to this open shaft in the next 3 months? In the next 3 months, I can tell you what can happen. Possibly it's going to happen here, it's going to become wars here. Zamas are going to be fighting over this entry point, right? They're going to kill each other for this entry point because this will be now the key entrance and exit, right? For everything mined underground to get from here to New Canada.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time. That was one of the residents essentially telling us about how life feels like, you know, being exposed to illegal miners that, you know, are constantly having their activities happen here. There's over 20 people that resurface from this particular hole. This poses a danger to children and the livelihoods of everyone that lives in this area. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I am Zola Sholwana at Riverlea, Johannesburg.